She's tolerable, I suppose, but she's not handsome enough to tempt me. One of the most famous lines in English literature, and there's a question nobody really answers directly. Did Darcy mean it, or was he looking at Elizabeth Bennet, feeling something he wasn't prepared for, and doing what proud people do, denying it out loud before it could take hold? Because these are two completely different stories, and only one of them is true.
Perfectly tolerable, I dare say. Not handsome enough to tempt me.
Let's start with the romantic reading, the one everyone wants to be true. Darcy sees Elizabeth across the room. Something happens. He's not ready for it. He came to this ball with his guard up.
Oh, it's nothing to Pemberley, I know. But I must settle somewhere. Have I your approval?
You'll find the society something savage.
His standards intact, his social hierarchy firmly in place. So he does what people do when something threatens their sense of control. He dismisses it before anyone can see it. She's tolerable, a preemptive strike against Elizabeth, against himself. It's a compelling theory. We've all seen someone say, "I'm not interested," a little too quickly, a little too firmly, and known immediately that they were.
Miss Elizabeth Bennet is charming.
She is tolerable, but not handsome enough to tempt me.
But here's the problem. Austen doesn't write it that way. When Darcy genuinely starts to feel something for Elizabeth, Austen shows us the evidence. He seeks her out in conversation, he listens to her more carefully than he listens to anyone else. He watches her across rooms, he says things that are simultaneously compliments and complaints, the specific contradiction of a man who is attracted to someone and wishes he wasn't.
I'm no longer surprised at you knowing only 6 accomplished women, Mr. Darcy. I rather wonder at you knowing any.
You are very severe upon your sex, Miss Bennet.
That tension, that internal war between feeling and resistance is visible. Austen makes sure we can see it. Now go back to the Meryton ball. There is none of that. No lingering glance, no internal conflict, no contradictory compliments. Darcy doesn't seek Elizabeth out. He doesn't avoid her. He simply doesn't notice her. Not in the way a man notices someone he's trying not to want. As the document analysis puts it, in Chapter 3, Darcy is indifferent. Later, he is disturbed. The disturbance that defines every scene after he starts to fall for Elizabeth is completely absent at the ball. That absence is the evidence. And then there's the context of the line itself. Darcy doesn't say this to himself in private in a moment of weakness. He says it to Bingley, who is trying to convince him to dance, to socialize, to engage with the people around them. Darcy is playing a role in that moment. He's the senior friend, the voice of standards, the man who reminds Bingley that they are above this provincial assembly. She's tolerable isn't a confession of suppressed feeling. It's a performance of superiority for an audience of one. He's not managing his emotions, he's managing Bingley.
She's charming. No, she looks tolerable enough. But I'm in no humor tonight to give consequence to the middle classes at play.
So when did it actually start? If not at the ball, then when? Austen gives us the answer gradually. It happens through conversation, through Elizabeth's wit catching him off guard, through her refusal to be impressed by him, through watching her be exactly herself in every room she walks into, without performing, without adjusting, without giving him the deference he's used to receiving. Elizabeth didn't tempt Darcy with her face, she tempted him with everything he couldn't predict or control about her. And that takes time, that takes exposure. That is the opposite of love at first sight.
Your feelings are what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes are unchanged.
Darcy falls for Elizabeth the way people fall for someone who fundamentally unsettles them, slowly, reluctantly, and without fully realizing it's happening until it's too late to stop. She's tolerable, I suppose, but she's not handsome enough to tempt me. He meant it. In that moment, at that ball, about that woman he hadn't yet seen, he meant every word. The love story in Pride and Prejudice isn't about a man who was secretly smitten from the start and spent the whole novel hiding it. It's about a man who genuinely didn't see her, and then, slowly, completely, and against his own better judgment, did. That's a harder story, and a more interesting one. Tell me in the comments, do you think it matters whether Darcy meant it or not? Does it change the love story for you, knowing it wasn't love at first sight? I'm Sana. This is Monica's Pie. Stay sharp. See you in the next one.